Let's be honest, a lot of viral makeup is only viral because it's new. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you some hidden gems from brands that don't seem to promote or push their products as often. And before we get into the video, let me know if there is a product in your makeup collection that you feel like is underrated and deserves more hype. Y'all have yet to point me in the wrong direction. This video is sponsored by YESSTYLE. I've been working with them for many months because I love the flexibility they give me with these videos. Unlike other sponsorships and brand deals, they give me the option to choose not only what products I talk about in videos, but what products I actually want to try. And because of that, I don't have to talk about the newest product launch. I get to do my own little shopping on their website and try out products I've never heard of before. These are the types of brands I love to work with because I get to be real and genuine with y'all, which is an extremely important factor to me when I'm choosing to work with a brand. That said, I have talked a lot about some of my favorite Asian makeup products that I've discovered through YESSTYLE, but they also sell hair care, which I have been secretly trying behind the scenes. So many months ago when I started working with YESSTYLE, I chose the Honey Scalp Volume Shampoo and treatment. Now this brand is very popular for their shampoo and conditioner in general, but I haven't seen a lot of people talk about the green bottle. This is supposed to really clean your scalp but also give you more volume in your hair. You get a lot of product. I feel like I've been using this, I want to say almost 4 or 5 months, and I'm only halfway through it. So the second I switched from whatever I was using before this and moved to this, I noticed that my hair, first of all, is a lot cleaner when using the shampoo, but it's also bouncier when it dries. And because it does a really good job at cleaning my scalp, I do notice being able to go at least a day longer without having to wash my hair again. So if you're someone that has a very oily scalp, I would recommend this. If you have a drier scalp, it would definitely stay away because this can be stripping to your hair if you use it too often, but this is something I would 100% repurchase with my own money. The second hair product that I don't think I've seen many people talk about is the Gel Styling Hair Finishing Stick. It looks like a mascara tube with gel. I picked this out because, as you can tell, a girly has bangs, and I've been trying to learn how to keep my bangs in place for as long as possible. A lot of the times I'll style it in the beginning of the day, and then by the end of the day, depending on the weather, my bangs will go flat, especially when it's windy. Using hairspray and anything that's strong hold will keep it up. But the thing about hairspray is that it makes my hair greasy. It also, I feel like, causes acne on my forehead, which I don't like. So I thought a styling stick would work better. And I have seen a lot of Asian influencers using a product like this. All in all, let me just tell you, this is, I hate to use the word, but it's game changing for people who have bangs. On top of that, it also really helps with putting down baby hairs without having to hairspray your hair. And it also has this natural finish, so it's not going to make your hair look super greasy and oily. So I just noticed that the product isn't available on the website anymore, but YESSTYLE does have a couple of other options that you can choose from. These I think are a little bit more popular, and they also seem to have good reviews, so I'll link them in the description. This is something I would highly recommend if you have bangs or even just baby hairs that you need to keep down all day. The last hair care product that was very surprising to me is the Sur 100 Hair Muscle Essence Oil. This is a Korean brand, I believe. Because of my short hair, I have been styling it a lot more. So just to give my hair shine after styling it, but also, you know, keep it healthy, I wanted to try out an oil. And I don't know what I was expecting when I chose this, but it was very surprising to me because usually with oils, you put it on your hand and you put it all over your hair, and then you're left with like oily residue on your hands and you have to wash it off. But I think because of this texture, it's more of an essence oil. You put it on your hands, it feels like a normal oil, lather it all over your hair, and I'm not left with that greasy texture on my hands which is crazy to me. I don't know what magic is in this bottle, but this is not your normal greasy oil, okay? I do still wash my hands after using it because there's always just a little bit of something, but it's not as oily. So if you hate that texture and you want something that's a little bit more lightweight on the hair, keeping that volume but also giving you shine, this is the one. Some other favorites from YESSTYLE that are more skincare related is the Haruharu Wonder Black Rice Probiotics Barrier Essence. Y'all know I love the ILEA face milk, and I got endless comments saying that I should try this one, and you're not wrong. I have been using this secretly for, I want to say 2 months, might be longer, might be shorter, can't really recall. I'm halfway through the bottle. Give me 100 of these bottles. This is a great alternative. I'm not going to call it a dupe necessarily. It's not a ingredient dupe, but it's a formula dupe. If anything, this formula is slightly more hydrating than the ILEA, dare I say. It also sinks into the skin and feels like this very lightweight liquid lotion. So if there's anything you take from this video, it's this. It keeps my skin so soft, so supple. No matter what skin type you have, I feel like you would really like this. Another skincare hidden gem, which I think this is actually probably viral in Korea, but at least in the US, I don't really hear a lot of creators talking about this because there are other viral acne patch brands, and I have tried a lot of them, okay? I'm an acne prone girly, but this one's the best. This one is the most invisible acne patch I've ever tried. The price is great. It's like $6 for a pack of 76 patches. You get 2 different types of patches, one for like when the acne is starting and the second for when the acne has kind of like come to a head. It is so invisible. I'm comfortable wearing this in public, and sometimes I forget that I have it on. It's not the strongest acne patch, I will say. Like if you have really large acne, this might be too small for you, but for whiteheads, blackheads, and even for cystic acne, I feel like it really helps prevent the cystic acne from getting worse. I love this stuff, and I am recommending this and giving this to everybody I know because the price is great, but it also works better than a lot of the very viral popular acne patches I've tried in the US, and it sticks really well to the skin as long as you don't have anything like oily or greasy. That's all I have to say about that. The last product that you can get off of YESSTYLE that I don't remember how I discovered this actually. I feel like I did watch a video and someone talked about this, so it might be viral. It depends on what side of the internet you're on, okay? This is the Speedy Mascara Remover. I believe this is a Japanese product. If you're like me and you have lashes that are difficult to curl, so you're forced to use waterproof mascara in order for it to work, but the problem with waterproof mascara is that it's really difficult to take off, you need to try this. It looks like a mascara in itself. All you do is apply some on your lashes, take a cotton pad, hold it on your lashes, and rub it off, and it works like magic to take off waterproof mascara. So those are all of my hidden gems from YESSTYLE. As always, you can use my code ELLESHINE to get 12% off of $39 or more. Let's move on to the category y'all have been waiting for, which is makeup. I think I'm gonna start with complexion first. We'll start from like how I do my makeup. This brand or these brands are technically popular, but I do consider them old releases and products that I haven't seen too many people talk about. First of all is the Danessa Myricks Lift and Flex Concealer. Danessa Myricks in general I think is a very underrated brand, and this concealer, dare I say, I think it's my new favorite under eye concealer. I do still love my Kulfi under eye concealer, but what I like about this one even a little bit better is that it has more of a soft matte satin finish under the eyes. It sets and does not budge. I love the coverage that this gives under the eyes. I don't feel like it looks cakey or crepey under the eyes like a lot of matte concealers do. I wouldn't recommend this if you have drier under eyes because again, it does have a matter finish. But if you are someone who has more hydrated under eyes, you want coverage that doesn't budge and has minimal creasing, again, that depends on how you apply it and who you are, Danessa Myricks Lift and Snatch. Another concealer that surprised me, and I actually recently purchased this also during the Sephora sale, is the Milk Makeup Future Fluid All Over Cream Concealer. This, I feel like, has been out for quite a while, but I discovered this just strolling through Sephora and swatching a bunch of random things, and I was very impressed by how this swatched. Again, it has that natural matte finish. Once it sets, it like doesn't move. I have the shade in 16-0, and I have been loving this as a spot concealer. First of all, the color matches my skin tone really well, but it also gives me that extra coverage, and once that sets, it's not going anywhere. Before I found these concealers, I always said that I feel like a lot of concealers are the same, and I wasn't really impressed by any, to be honest with you. The only ones prior to this that I was in love with was the Kulfi and the NARS Soft Matte Concealer, and then I also like the Tower 28, but I was just rotating through those concealers and none of them felt like the end-all be-all for me, and I think these are coming close to being my holy grails because I get so excited to reach for these, and I'm ready to like get rid of all of my other concealers because I think that these outperform my other concealers. Another complexion product that I don't think gets talked about enough, and probably will never get talked about enough because it's just a random product from the drugstore, and drugstore brands love to promote their newest products on social media, but they're not talking about oldies, including this Maybelline SuperStay 24-hour hybrid powder foundation. We need to make this go viral because I do not want them to discontinue it. You know, drugstore brands love to discontinue things that just don't get enough attention. So let's give this a little bit more attention because I think that it is so freaking good. If you like the Makeup Forever powder foundation or you're interested in that one, but you want a cheaper alternative, Maybelline SuperStay, it does essentially the same thing except it's slightly less coverage, and because of that, it's less cakey. I love using this as a touch-up powder. It works well to set my makeup. I also use it just to give my skin a little extra coverage and sometimes even to clean up my eye makeup. I think this is only $10. As y'all can tell, I've hit pan on this. I think whether you have dry skin, oily skin, combo skin, you're going to like this because it's just that type of powder that doesn't look cakey. You can build it up for more coverage, and you can also do a soft light layer if you just want to use it as a matte touch-up powder. Moving on to cream bronzer. Now, I know some of y'all can still get your hands on this, so that's why I'm talking about it. I do think that this might be available internationally at Sephora's outside of the US. I feel like someone from Canada or the UK said it's still available at Sephora, but unfortunately in the US, it's not. You can only buy it off of Huda Beauty's website. This is the Huda Beauty Tantour, and I have the shade in Light. Again, I've talked about this in the past, and as you can tell, I'm, hitting pan, trying to get through it. I'm savoring every last application. In case you haven't heard why I've loved this, it's a cream to powder formula, and the color is this perfect mix between a bronzer and a contour. I think it works really well on my skin. If you have textured skin, it's going to give you that soft blur on the parameters of your face. I love it mainly because I have texture in this area of my face, really large pores, acne scars, etc. And when I blend this out in those areas, I feel like it does a good job at kind of blurring it, but also being just slightly radiant. It's a very creamy product. It has just the right amount of pigment, and it's super easy to blend. Huda Beauty, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, but if you know Huda Beauty or you watch her videos, please comment to bring this back to US Sephora's because it is one of my favorite all-time products. I've tried a lot of cream bronzers and they're good, don't get me wrong, but I still always come back to this one. The only thing I will say is if she does bring it back, I hope she relaunches it in more shades and more variations of shades and undertones because I think it deserves that attention. Now, a similar formula but in blush form is the Danessa Myricks Beauty Yummy Skin Cream Blush in Bellini. I say it's similar because it's also that cream to powder formula, which I think just works beautifully on textured skin. You have textured skin, that is the formula you're looking for. Something that is creamy so it's easy to blend, but it kind of has that soft matte blurred finish, which will make your skin just look so soft and filtered like. I have this blush on my cheeks today. I actually have most of these products on my face today and it is really growing on me. Again, this is one of those purchases that I made during last month's Sephora sale and I kind of am sharing an update all at the same time. And Danessa Myricks, I don't think she puts a lot of money into hiring content creators and influencers. I do know they send out PR though. So if you see a creator talking about these products, they're not lying. I bought them with my own money and I have no regrets. I'm just mad I didn't try it sooner. Another drugstore product that I have been talking about since the beginning of this channel and I will continue talking about it until something is better. The L'Oreal Butterfly Mascara and Waterproof. If you have bought this because of me, comment down below to prove to people that it's actually as good as it says, okay? The comments will speak for itself. If you have hard to curl lashes and you want something that's going to give you volume but also separate your lashes, if you like the idea of the Refi mascara with like the curve wand, this is a cheaper and better version of it in my opinion. Now, I don't know about the non-waterproof version, but at least in terms of the brush applicator, I find it so easy to apply on, and because of the waterproof aspect of it, my curl does hold for most of the day. It's also a formula that's not too wet and not too dry, so it doesn't hold down my lashes like a lot of really wet mascaras do. And the longer I have the mascara, the better it works because it does get slightly drier. I have bought probably about 10 tubes of this. I've been using this since, I don't know, maybe like 2016, 2017. And I have been trying other mascaras, including Asian mascaras, and I still think this is the best. The only downside is that it can get a little messy, which I have received a complaint about. When you're applying it, I would definitely kind of like angle it more downwards so that you're not getting the mascara on your lids. But other than that, she's a hidden gem. I'm a lip girly now. Like, I love a good lipstick, lip gloss, lip liner. I do think it transforms the look. And you guys are always asking me like what my lip combo is. I got you. I got you, okay? Starting with the Buxom Plumping Lip Creams. These have been around for ages. Probably before I was born, this brand has existed. I don't know. I have to Google that. They are known for their plumping lip glosses. They are what I would consider to be the OG brand for plumping lip glosses, and rightfully so because I do think the formula still stands the test of time. They don't sting, they just feel minty. I don't even think they tingle in my opinion. Some people might consider that, but I do feel like it has that like minty plumpness to it. They don't burn your lips, but they definitely give your lips a little bit of a plush to it. When I'm wearing this lip gloss, I always get comments asking, what am I wearing? My lips always look impeccable when I have this lip gloss on. It blurs the lines of your lips. The only con about this is that it is a stickier lip gloss. So if you're someone who likes non-sticky lip glosses, pass on it. But I think what makes this a good formula is that it's stickier because it's longer lasting and it's going to stay where you apply it and keep your lips looking plush and plump all day. Then we have another recent purchase from Kulfi. It's just their satin lipstick in Misra. I recently just purchased this and I can't stop wearing it. I feel like this is truly the perfect neutral nude color, which is how it's described online. If you have my skin tone or you're darker, you know how difficult it is to find lipstick shades, and especially nude neutral lipstick shades that are going to look good on you without a lip liner, and this is that shade. I can wear this without a lip liner. It looks even better with a lip liner. I want every shade in this line because it's rare for me to find a lipstick that just works so well on my skin tone. And also the formula is great. It's hydrating, it's soft, and it gives you that satin finish. Can't complain. And just as an honorable mention, this is the e.l.f. O-Face Satin Lipsticks. I do think this went viral at some point. I think anything that's released from e.l.f. ends up going viral because they put so much money into their marketing. But I want to bring it back because I do think this is a great lipstick and the formula is incredible. This is also a satin lipstick. I have the shade in Hustle and it's what I'm wearing today. It's very similar to the Makeup by Mario satin lipstick. I think it's slightly less hydrating and more matte than the Kulfi. I don't think these are exactly the same, even though they're technically supposed to be like the same finish. But I still like this formula as much as I like the Kulfi formula and the Makeup by Mario satin lipstick. I think what I like most about this is the color. It's in the shade Hustle. It's just a really warm tone nude. And the only thing I don't like about this lipstick line is the color range. I think if they launched more colors, especially nude colors, this would get the hype it deserves because the formula is great. And then we have my favorite eyelashes and the only fake lashes that I wear. These are the Ardell Press On Wispies Natural. I don't know if I've ever talked about these in the past. I think maybe in a shop with me video, but these are the cheaper drugstore alternative to, dang, I forgot what the brand was called. I will insert the brand here. So I found a cheaper alternative and I think that this works just as well and they look just as good in my opinion. They stick all day, even in very windy weather. They're easy to remove, they're not messy, you don't need to use glue. You can trust these on your eyes as long as you know how to apply them on properly. They take like a minute to apply. I swear by this if you only like to use like lashes on the edges of your eyes. Last but not least, let's talk about hidden nail favorites. Right now I have on Gel X nails. I have been getting into learning how to do my own Gel X nails. Don't ask for a video, don't request a video yet because I'm still learning. I'm not good enough yet to even do a video, but eventually I want to do some nail content because I'm really inspired by nail content lately. Anyways, with that being said, before I started learning how to do Gel X nails, I was wearing press-on nails. I'm a press-on girly. I still swear by them, especially when you have an event to go to or if you're in a rush and just need to get your nails done. And I've tried them all and these ones are by far my favorite and I have not heard too many people talking about them actually at all. I'm always the one recommending them. For context, I have tried the Kiss press-on nails. I think they're good. They last a solid 1 week. They can last a week to a week and a half, maybe even 2 weeks if you prep the nails right. However, because the Kiss press-on nails are more cheaply designed, they're a little bit more flexible. Even if the glue lasts you for 2 weeks, the nails, depending on how rough you are, break very easily. I've also tried Glamlite, which are high quality nails. They are pricier. I think they retail for $20. I like them, but I think that, you know, the price is the price. So I don't buy them that often. I've also tried static nails, which I really like, but again, those can get pricey. So the in-between that I love recommending and I think are very high quality are the OPI Press On Nails. Now I will say off the bat, the OPI nail glue is not as good as the Kiss nail glue, so make sure you buy or save the Kiss nail glue to use with the OPI nails, but the quality of the OPI nails are thick, they're sturdy. I think they're as sturdy as the Glamlite from what I remember. It's been quite a while. They also have a beautiful range of nail designs and colors that I always get compliments on. On top of that, if you know how to prep your nails right and use the Kiss nail glue with the OPI nails, this can last you 2 weeks. And I was very rough with my nails when I went to New York, okay? I was traveling on my own, so I was the one handling my suitcase, and these were sturdy. They did not come off. I'm not gonna lie, as much as I forgot the microphone. I'm not gonna lie, as much as I try to remind y'all to use what you have at home, I do love talking about products that I'm enjoying at the moment. I thought my channel was gonna go in a whole different direction this year, and I was trying to share less products, but if I'm being honest, I kind of love talking about new beauty discoveries. But hopefully they're worth the time and effort, and you do find a new product discovery when you are ready to make a purchase. I try to recommend only products that I can stand behind for a long time. If you guys enjoyed this one, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, and as always, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye!